For 28 days out of the year, at times 29, Black History Month is celebrated. It's recognized to some as the National African American History Month. This February, however, the question is, do you really know the significance of it all? Here's what some scholars have to say.
The creation of African American history is one that is certainly needed. It came into fruition with a scholar by the name of Dr. Carter G. Woodson, the second African American to receive his PhD in history from Harvard. What Dr. Woodson did was he created an organization to promote and disseminate African and African American history.
The celebration of Black history is very, very important. When I was in school, there were only two blacks in the history book. That was George Washington Carver and Booker T. Washington. Although we've come a long way since then, we still have a lot of blanks to fill in to make Black history really relevant and important and accurate as we interpret American history.
In 1924, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, who was a member of Omega Psi Phi, goes to the conclave, the national meeting for Omega Psi Phi, and he charges all undergraduate members and all members to go to their respective communities to promote what he called Negro Achievement Week. This really began to push African American history in some different ways.
Black history does not begin in slavery. Black history begins long before even European history, and the contributions that blacks have made to world history are innumerable.
One Georgia State student weighs in with his perspective on the significance of Black History Month. He says, the future of Black History Month is one that is too hard to predict.
The future of Black history or Black History Month is very hard to predict right now, unless we can all come together and teach the next generation of what came before us. Then we can see where it's going in the next 30 years.
In the 1970s, Alex Haley's Roots actually put a face to slavery, and with this momentum, Negro Achievement Week was morphed into Black History Month.
When you study people, one thing you must understand is you study the facts, but you also study what people believe about those facts.
It's very relevant today because the struggle still continues today.
So in our history books, we need to rewrite them to make sure that all the people who have made contributions to the growth of this country and the world are included. And that's why here at the Apex we say, Apex Museum, where every month is Black History Month.